guys, welcome to another tarot reading. Our topic for today is that we are going to explore your three triggers and three glimmers. Just to give you a definition or a clarification of what glimmers and triggers are, let's talk a little about it and then we go with our readings. Glimmers are anything, be it a quality, a thing, a person, a place which brings happiness, joy, love, safety, comfort within you. Like by just perceiving or viewing that thing, a good sensation, a good feeling comes to your heart and mind, right? And triggers, on the other hand, is anything, a word, a sentence, a human being, a place, a quality, anything that when you see or hear it outside from a person or in your world, you get very triggered by it in the sense that you are filled with rage, anger, frustration, irritation, sadness, uh, any kind of emotion that brings you discomfort, right? Because you have not healed that within yourself. Everything that we see around our world is just a reflection of our own mind. And so whatever you feel good seeing about a person or a thing, it's because that same quality is within you and you have embraced it and you love that, right? And all that thing that opposes you, that triggers you, is something that you have either repressed within yourself or you have not dealt with it. So just for example, if you see a person who is very open hearted, very loving, very expressive, that kind of person, if it triggers you, right, it's because you have repressed your emotions, your expression, and you are not as free as that person. So even if you judge that person, criticize this person, it's just you who have judged and criticized yourself to an extent that now you are triggered by that person, because somewhere in your mind you wished you could be just like them, but you are not. That's why you get triggered, right? So that's something, that's a part of you that needs healing, right? Every trigger is a sign, is an indication of where we need healing, right? So we can see it as a stepping ladder to evolve ourselves, to heal ourselves and be a better version of ourselves. And every glimmer is something we can recognize and realize that this quality or this whatever it is, is something we go by, we abide by. It is something we recognize and feel good about it. So if we start recognizing the glimmers, we can make our life, by adding those qualities, those things within ourselves and nurturing that. So we can nurture what already is within us and we can heal what needs healing, right? So having gone through this explanation, now I hope we can go continue with our readings. Like always, I would be putting up the image on the screen from where you can choose pile 1, pile 2, or pile 2 or pile 3. And if you wish to book a personal reading with me, kindly see it on description box, and in the description box only you will be able to see the respective timestamps for your reading. And these are general readings and they may or may not resonate with you, right? So without wasting any further time, let's go. Hello, pile one. If you chose this pile, let's see for you. First, we will start with what are your three glimmers, and then we will see what are your three triggers. Right? Let's let's see for pile one. What are pile one's three triggers? See, okay, trigger. Okay, I'll take this. Okay, these are three triggers for you, pile one. I will just take out the three glimmers. Let's see, pile one. Okay. I'll take this. Great. So this is the glimmer, and these are the triggers. Starting with the triggers, first trigger of you is the King of Cups. Pile one, you don't like people who are emotionally intelligent, emotionally expressive, or people who give emotions a priority. If you see someone expressing their emotions, talking their heart out, being very sensitive or empathetic, you don't like it. You are not able to really tolerate such kind of people. Why? Because they are very comfortable in it. So if you find people who are very comfortable expressing their emotions, being very empathetic, or even people who are able to give you good advice or talk about their emotions, it really triggers you. You might feel that they are victimizing themselves, or they are being very emotional or sensitive and impractical and stuff like that. But in all honesty, they are just someone who are very comfortable in their own being, right? Now, let's see your second trigger. We have the Emperor card. I want, you also don't like if people are able to how do I say it, you don't like when people are very um, confident either. You don't like when people know their power and they abide by it. So for example, if they're the person who is at a good position in their job and they know it and they work through it, right? Meaning that they are able to exercise all those power in the organization because obviously they are given that. You don't like it. You don't like when someone is trying to control you, and it's not like control you in the sense that they are dominating you. Of course you don't like when people dominate you, but even when people are not coming from a sense of meanness, you don't like when they're just exerting their control or power towards you. It doesn't have to be a negative way that they are doing it just from that intention of controlling and exerting their power. It also can be they are just exercising their power. It's like they're just exercising what they are given. So if your boss, for example, they have all the they're not misusing it, but they're just exercising their power. They're just exercising all those things that is in their hand, right? You don't like it. So maybe the best work that might suit you is where you are the boss and not where you are working under a boss, because I don't think you would be able to really uh, be in that zone, right? Or it might take a lot of strength from your side to be in such a structure where there is a high authority above you, right? One more thing, of course, one more thing that triggers you is male dominance or a toxic masculinity. But again, it doesn't mean that they are toxic. They might just seem that they are toxic just because they come from a place of strength and power, right? Uh, Even if they're not misusing it, you might sometimes feel like they are. Now then, we have the Seven of Cups. You don't like when people keep you in some kind of a confusion. When people are not clear, pile one, you don't like it. It really frustrates you when you see people uh, that messes up with your mind. Okay, so if you see a person, for example, you have to go for a dinner with someone, and that person gives you a lot of options but does not come into a single conclusion. Let's go there. When they're indecisive, when they are they have a mind fog, and that that's really rubs you, that really irritates you. Like, what are you trying to say? Just be clear, and don't make a mess of it. Do not be in this zone. And also, you don't like when people are when you see people making castles in the air and not living in reality. It really triggers you, pile one. Now let's see what are your glimmers. So first we have, wow, I just love it, Four of Swords, pile one. And just look at it. You first, you like whenever you see someone, especially a person who are very calm and relaxed, you love it, right? So, and also places where there is calmness, peace, not much is going on in the background, you love it. You just love places, places maybe like on retreats and stuff like that, wellness programs. You love where there's calmness and peace. Solitude is something which you really abide by, you love it, right? You like people whose head are clear and um, very peaceful, right? Then we have the Two of Wands. Okay, now we had the Seven of Cups where it came as a trigger, and now we have the Two of Wands. So here we discussed pile one, that you don't like when people give you a lot of options, or their mind is not in reality, or they themselves have a messed up mind and they messes your mind as well. But you like choices, right? You like to have more than one option. If that does not work out, at least I have another way to go to. So you would always prefer to have more than one option in your hand, maybe when it comes to career choices, when it comes to uh, you know even purchasing something, for example. You don't rely on one thing. You love to have different choices. You love to have uh, two ways, two perceptions of one thing. You don't like to stick, or you're not rigid in that way. You like people who are flexible, who are able to consider plan B, option 2, right? So that's what really it feels more open for you, so that you are not restricted in that manner, so it feels more open. Then we have Prince of Swords. Definitely you like people who are very honest, Pilwan. When you see people who are intelligent, who have something authentic to say, people who are rebel, people who shine a light on the truth, who are not manipulating you, who are not deceiving you, but are very clear, sharp minded, right? And they throw a light on the darkness or whatever it is. You love it. You love such kind of people. So you would always be, there's this saying that, do not please me with sweet lies, or I would rather prefer bitter truths than sweet lies. So you are that kind of a person, pile one. So these were your triggers and these were your glimmers. I hope it resonated with you and gave you some kind of clarity as well. And if yes, kindly like, share, subscribe, and comment below. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, pile 2. If you chose this pile, let's see for you what are your three triggers and your three glimmers. Starting with the triggers first, let's see what are pile 2's three triggers. Okay, okay. Now we are going to take your three glimmers. Okay, I'll take this. Okay, I'll take this. Great. So let's start with your triggers. First, pile 2. We have for you Ace of Wands. Okay, pile 2, you don't like when people come to you with shallowness. Okay, so if someone is approaching you and they are, trying to seek attention and try to really admire you or praise you, it really triggers you. You really repel such kind of people, because their intention is not something very long term. Rather, they are coming from a side of, maybe passion, or some short term gratifications, but they have nothing very profound to give to you, and that really triggers you, right? Or when people really uh, portray themselves as someone that they have a solution for something, or they have something very unique with themselves, that someone who's trying to make them think that they're very special when they're not. Those kind of people really trigger you. Then we have the seven. You don't like, you are not patient at all, pile 2. And if you see people who are more patient than you, or you have, if you have to wait for something, be it your visas, be it your result, be it a text from someone, it really triggers you. You don't like it. You, oh my god, you're very impatient while too. And so waiting is something on any aspect, or a slow growth, slow progress in something, it really frustrates you, right? When if someone tells you you have need to wait, now then your bells ring. Then we have, oh, we have the queen of wands. But I think because it's a trigger, so it's a you problem, pile two. You don't like, especially female, right? You don't like when you see a woman, or you see a feminine energy being very expressive of themselves, holding themselves very confidently, or they are good looking, or they are very charming, or they are dressed in a certain manner. You don't like it. You don't like when you see a woman in power. You don't like when you see someone comfortable in their own skin. um, right, maybe you, because to you it seems like they are being mean, or they would be mean to you if you interacted with such kind of a person, and that they would not think of you, right? Maybe in the sense that they will think low of you. But that's your trigger, pile too. That's not the reality. So yeah, boldness and confidence is something that triggers you, pile too, and you need to heal this thing. Let's see your glimmers, pile two. We have the four of wands. You love a safe place, pile two. If it's a home, or it's a place with people you are safe and comfortable with, you love it. You love a structure where there's safety, there is a roof, there is some solid foundation. You just love it. When you see people getting married, you love it. When you see a relation coming into a fruition towards a long-term commitment, you love it. You adore it. Then we have the Queen of Swords. Uh, Pile two, you like people who have strong boundaries, who come with strong boundaries. I also get it. The Queen of Wands also here shows that, Pile two, you don't like people who are open, in the sense, because you could be someone who yourself are very introverted and reserved, and because you have strong boundaries and you don't let anyone come near you. Not everyone has access to you, right? Because you have your own principles and your own boundaries, and so you like people who have the capacity, or the capability to say no. You love such people, right? Who are straightforward, who are honest, right? Why you are being triggered by wands, pile two, is because you think that such people say yes to just anyone. They maybe misuse their power, or they misuse their good looks, or they just misuse their good charisma, whatever it is. That's why you get triggered, because the open energy of someone triggers you, because you yourself are a reserved person, right? Now we have the ace of cups. It's pretty, it's very beautiful, pile two. Pile two, another thing that, your third glimmer is basically, it's any sweet gesture. Like I said initially, you are triggered by people who come with you with shallow intentions, temptations, who do not have to offer you anything profound, right? That triggers you, right? Which is very short term gratification, stuff like that. It really triggers you. But you love people who have to offer you something authentic, something pure, something deep. You love meaningful conversations, pile two. You love deep conversations. You like when you're offered something which which may not be expensive, but it holds a deeper meaning. You love love in that sense, right? So you are not in for some um, pretense, okay? Pretentious things might not really, is not the way to your heart, but something deep, meaningful, profound, coming from someone else's heart towards your heart. It's something you really love. It really fills your heart when you are offered something with pure intentions, with love, right? Instead of temptations and to please you or just to charm you, right? So these were your triggers and glimmers pile 2. I hope this reading gave you some clarity and it resonated with you. And if it did, kindly like, share, subscribe, and comment below. And if you wish to book a personal reading with me, kindly DM me on Instagram, or you can also mail me on healwritetarot@gmail.com. I'll see you next time. Hello, pile 3. If you chose this reading, let's see for you. What are your 3 triggers and what are your 3 glimmers? Let's take out the cards for triggers first. What are pile? What are pile 3 triggers? Okay, I'll just take this one. So many cards. Okay. So these are your triggers, pile 3. Now we will see what are your 3 glimmers. Okay, I won't take these. Okay. I'll take this one. So, okay, I'll take it. Okay, there's so many cards. No, I just want one. I'll take third glimmer. I'll take this. Great. So let's start with your triggers, pile 3. What are your 3 triggers? Starting with, we have the Princess of Wands. Pile 3, you don't like people when they act like spoiled kids, spoiled brats, or they are very stubborn. You don't like stubborn people at all, or people who might be of your age, but act childlike, right? You don't like it when they act very entitled or spoiled or very stubborn. You just don't like it. You don't like it. Maybe you don't relish kids a lot. Let's see more. We had it for pile 2 as well. Seven of Pentacles, again it talks about, you don't like, you are triggered when you have to wait, right? When you have to be patient for something, or when you have been putting lots of efforts investing in something and you are not able to see the results. So slow progress, pile 3, the wait, right? And the effort that you have to put too, like it's like sowing a seed today and not expecting the results in next week. It really triggers you. The King of Wands energy, so we have the fire here. You don't like people who are dominating, pile 3. You get triggered by people who are, again, like I said, entitled, but at the same time who showcase their skills in a very confident manner. People who are very confident, who have a vision, and like, if you see people who might display themselves that they are a hero or heroine in their story, main character energy and stuff like that, you get triggered by it. So that's the vibe you don't like in people. It somehow triggers you when people are confident, self-confident, when they act like they are the main character in their own story, or they also, when it comes to masculine energy, or when it comes to male, you don't like when if they post pictures where their muscles, they're showing off their muscles. You just don't like it. It really gets to you, such kind of pictures. Now let's see your glimmers, pile 3. We have the Two of Swords. um I will clarify this card once. Let's go further. We have, oh wow, the Fool. So pile 3, you love spontaneity, by the way, right? So you love taking risks. You love people who just are able to take a leap of faith without without really thinking of the consequences or not really overthinking stuff, but just taking a leap of faith because just for the sake of it, who are very open to try new things, new stuff, new talent, who are open to explore to new things, and you will start with very fresh energy again. You just love those kind of people. You just love that kind of quality in a person, that you are able to just take that leap of faith and not really overthink a lot about other things. Then we have this came this again came in pile 2. Maybe you would attract it to pile 2 as well. You can check that. So Princess of Swords again says that, and both energies are more or less similar. You love your third glimmer pile 3 is that, you love people with a unique mindset. You love when they are able to speak their truth. You love when they are not imitating anyone, or they are not just saying yes for the sake of saying it or for the sake of pleasing someone. Rather, they are coming from a sense of authenticity, truth, and they are not really accepting anything just because they were taught so, right? They have their own mind, they have their own ideas, own visions, and you love such kind of people. Even when it comes to, reading some certain kind of a book which gives you a different kind of insight or different way of looking at things, you love it, right? I just wish to clarify this two of swords. Okay, I'll take both the cards here. We have the Seven of Cups, and exactly, pile 3. Your first glimmer was that, it's a blend of pile 1 and pile 2, but here it says the same thing, that you love when people are able to bring clarity to you. So it's not like if you're confused about something, your mind is very indecisive about something, right? And there's someone who is able to bring clarity and peace into your messed up mind. You love it does not have to be a person. It could be a tarot reading, it could be a guidance, a quote, it could be anything, that brings that clarity and releases you from your foggy mind. You love such kind of content, you love such kind of people, books, quotes, whatever it is, content, right? You love it when your mind is straightened out, all the creases are ironed out, and you're not confused anymore. Anything that is able to give you a solution, you love it, right? Anything that, makes you messed up, makes your mind messed up or foggy, or confuses you, it's not your cup of tea, right? Manipulation is not your cup of tea, but again, whose cup of tea is manipulation actually, right? So these were the messages for you, Paisri. If you like this reading, kindly like, share, subscribe, comment below, and if you wish to book a personal reading with me, kindly DM me on Instagram, or you can also mail me on healwritetarot@gmail.com. I'll see you next time. Bye.